equal with Christianity in popularity is Islam, the Muslims. And they believe Allah is so great, and they have so many names for Allah. But the name that you won't find in the Quran or any other sacred text is Allah is love. That does not exist in there. They believe Allah is above them. They believe Allah does not have anything to do with them. Allah is a great God, and they are just lucky if He chooses to send them to paradise. But this book tells me of all the things that God is, the greatest thing is that God is love. Folks, we ought to have peace in our heart, knowing I've found my calling. I've found the real purpose in life, and it's not working here or doing that, but living for Jesus Christ. And Peter said it's a joy unspeakable and full of glory to know that I have found what life is all about. Yeah. Last one, I'm closing. Happiness. Kind of alluded to it there. Having a drive and fulfillment. Part of my drive when I wake up in the morning is that I get to go try to teach kids how to be human beings. Didn't say teach them English. Didn't say teach them history. Teach them how to be human beings. That's why I wake up in the morning sometimes. And a lot of times, that's my drive. I got to go and I got to help these kids, help them get better, what I can do. But you know, sometimes, even when they meet what I'm working for, I still feel like I've lacked something. I've taught them English. They know what a predicate and nominative is. But what's that? How's that going to help their soul? They know that Jefferson Davis was the president of the Confederacy. And you can tell what our last unit was. But how does that help their soul? Yes, they have great penmanship. How does that help their soul? Great drive, then I'm lacking fulfillment. And sometimes if we're not fulfilled, our drive goes away. But folks, what could get you more excited than to get out of the bed in the morning, to know that today God has given me one day more that I do not deserve. And He's given me one more day to work in a kingdom I have no place to be in. And for a man who bled and died on the cross for me, and get out there, and folks, I'm not talking about putting money in people's wallets. I'm not talking about educating them. I'm not talking about making them feel better. I'm talking about if we get up in the morning and we got a drive to live for this book, folks, we can help people get to heaven. We can help their souls. I'm not just talking about making them educated or making them feel like there's something in this world. I want to know there's something in the eyes of God. I want to know that God loves them, that Jesus died for them, that if they have sins, that they don't have to stay in sin. That if you're a Christian and if you have struggles, you don't have to stay in struggles. There's a man called Jesus that will give you new life and give you new purpose. And folks, that burns within me. Amen. And I hope it burns within you. Here's my closing statement. Jeremiah was the weeping prophet. Jeremiah was sent to God's people that had rebelled. And you think we fall in this trap too, like Jeremiah. If God's called us to do something, then surely everybody else is just going to jump and do what they're supposed to do if we go out and do it. It took me quite a while to understand. Just because I got down and worked hard and studied and prayed over a message doesn't mean everybody needs to come pray is going to come pray. Just because God's called us to do something, we expect everybody else just to follow suit, and it doesn't happen that way. And what happened to Jeremiah is he went unto God's people and he told them that they needed to change their ways and judgment was coming. And folks, it fell on deaf ears. Not only did they not care, but you'll read in the Bible that they put Jeremiah in the stocks. You know what stocks are? They got them big wooden things. You like when you go to Smoky Mountains for vacation, you stick your head and your arms through there. Well, he was in them for real, okay? He was in there, and why was he in there? Because he was doing what God wanted to do. Got him in a slammer. Well, you would think that worked out better. And here he is, and he thinks back to the beginning of the book of Jeremiah where God said, go with them, be not afraid of their faces. I'll make you an iron pillar. I'll make you a defense city, so on and so forth. I'll be with you, Jeremiah. Don't say you're but a youth. I'll be with you, Jeremiah. And he goes back to all that. And he says, God, you have lied to me. God, you said if I do what you wanted me to do, that things would work out, and here I am in the stocks, and things couldn't be any worse. Not only am I in the stocks, but your people will not listen to your message, and I feel like I'm a complete failure. I have no fulfillment, and I have no happiness. But you read on a little bit while, on down. Jeremiah says, but I felt like something, a great fire within my bones, that I could not go on without speaking His name. Folks, let me tell you, if you sell out to this, not just believe that it's true, the demons in hell believe that book's true. Not just believe it's true, but you live a life with purpose, a purpose of Christ, that there'll be a fire that burns within your bones, that losing a job will put out, losing a family member will put out, hard times, no matter what they are, not a demon or a devil that can put that fire out if you want it. If you want purpose in life, if you want fulfillment in life, come get it. If you're happy with being discontent and being half fulfilled and just floating around in life, stay in your pew. Let's all stand tonight. Ask somebody to come get a song of invitation. It doesn't really matter to me who tonight. But just think, are you happy with your life? Are you really happy with your life and how it's turned out so far? If you were to die tonight, and I'm not scaring you, I'm just trying to make you reflect. If you were to die tonight, would you be happy with what you've done with your life? Or would you feel like you have some unfinished work? You never lived up to your potential. You never peaked the way you thought you'd peak. You never reached the top of the mountain like you thought you'd reach. Folks, if you feel that way, if you feel like you've never reached your potential, you feel like this life's been given to you and you're just floating around, the only way you ever find it to be fulfilled is at this altar and the purpose of Christ, the message of Christ that God has given us. Without it, we have nothing. What does the Bible say? When there is no vision, when there is no prophetic message, when there is no message from Christ, the people perish. The people perish. But he that keeps the law, happy is he. As they sing, if you want to be happy, don't bank it on things that are limited. Don't bank it on things that are vain. Love, loyalty, justice, all those things can be corrupted. But nobody can ever corrupt God. He's incorruptible. No one can corrupt the message of Christ. Sure, people can pick up and say Jesus told them to do that, but that does not corrupt Christ. And this shows their own corruption. If you feel like you want purpose in your life, or you want it back again, maybe you felt like you've lost it, as they sing, why don't you come?